Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a bunch of knives in from AliExpress and they're all clones of some really nice knives. So let's just get started quickly. This is the Tops Brakimo. Brakimo. Don't know how you pronounce that. This is obviously the clone. If you're looking at the knife, I'm just loving these liners. It's got a 5mm blade. Now I'll just double check that for you on camera because I think it's advertised as actually being quite a bit thicker. And as you'll find with Chinese clone blades, they tend to exaggerate. Yeah, it's 4.8, 4.7. It's definitely not more than 5. But it is a very comfortable grip, a simple blade, very nice simple blade, no bells and whistles, nothing more to it. It's just a simple, effective blade. Now, as with all these blades, it's almost certainly got a yucky V grind on it, and it will be rubbish for feather sticking, as you've seen in previous videos. But as a chopper, I'm sure this will be absolutely fine. Now, let's compare it to my other two chopping knives. Okay, we got Old Faithful. This is the MOD knife up here. This is what I take out every trip. Then we've got the BK2 here, just for some kind of size comparison. And then here's the Brakimo. So it's in the same sort of ballpark as the BK2, doesn't compare to the MOD knife. I could absolutely take this on the next camping trip. I think it would do a fantastic job. Something very much on par with this. I have to say, the BK2 is infinitely more comfortable. This is definitely the most comfortable of all three knives. The scales on this are lovely. I know that these are custom scales that I've made, but they're molded from the originals, so that the ergonomics are exactly the same. And it is a fantastic hold, really comfortable. That said, this isn't bad. You won't have any problem with it. There's no real hot spots. It just doesn't mold in like the Becker does. And of course, the MOD knife is a pig. You know, it's uncomfortable. It's not uncomfortable. It's just not great. But it's effortlessly functional. So those are the three knives. This Brakimo cost me £20. It ranges, I've seen between 18 and 22 thereabouts, and arrived in about 2 weeks. It also has these torque screws in there, by the looks of things, yes, torque screws. So these scales are removable, and I will make myself a custom set. Little hole there for a lanyard or something to put something brightly coloured on, if that's your thing. Um, but to me, I think that's a lot for 20 quid. Very much like the Becker. That's a lovely blade, lovely knife. Yeah, it's 20 quid. It's a copy, of course. It's not even going to compare to the original. But if you want just a 20 quid knife, a cheapo knife to bat on with and to take through the wilderness with you, this will do a job. It really will. I'll prove it on my next outing. I'll just show you the sheath. It's your standard Kydex jobby. It came with this clip on it, which is nice. It's one of those double back clips to make sure it stays on. And the knife goes in. It's really secure. That's not coming out, and you need to actually push it out. So safety is all good. For 20 quid, that's a fantastic knife. So let's put those to one side for the moment. Now, the next batch of knives I have here are the small knives, and there's some absolute gems in here. Now, I'm a huge fan of the CRKT Minimalist, and unfortunately I've misplaced mine. Otherwise, I would show it to you right here. It cost me about 40 quid. It's an original CRKT knife, and it's fantastic. So let me put this one to the side. Both of these are very similar to the CRKT. First of all, we have this. It's that small minimalist style with the very ergonomic handle. It's absolutely tiny. Let me just show it to you in my hand. It's not tiny, but it's useful tiny. Really small, really ergonomic, really grippy. No jimping, not much going on here, but it's got a nice kind of G10 handle or something micarta-ish. That's not plastic. Again, torque screws to remove these scales to make your own if you want. And a wicked sharp factory blade. Really, really sharp. So, again, just straight out of the box with a nice little Kydex sheath, reassuring click, not coming out. Really, really, really great blade. Now, this cost like £3.50, maybe 4 quid. So, for that kind of money, compared to a 40 quid CRKT original, that's fantastic value. Really great little blade. Let me just get some measurements on it for you. The blade width is 4 mil. Not bad. Okay, now that's one. I'll just leave that there. The other one, which also cost around £4 or £5, is this bad boy. Okay, a much more kind of contoured, ergonomic handle. Again, nothing fancy going on here. Little lanyard hole and some kind of, I don't know, some jimping down the end there, maybe for grip. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I think that's probably for grip there. But compared to the other one, very similar sorts of size. Let me just get you some stats on the spine. It's 3 mil. So two very, very, very useful knives. Again, really small. This one is obviously bigger, but very, very useful, very pocketable, very EDC, very waist kind of knives. I wear my CRKT around the workshop all day because it's just so handy for cutting stuff open and whatever you need to do and stop reaching for scissors or anything. So those are really, really great knives at fantastic value for £3 or £4. One of them came with the standard toilet chain necklace thing. I think it was this one here. But if you want to wear it as a neck knife. And likewise, this one also comes with Kydex sheath. There you go. Fantastic value. Super impressed by those. I would actually recommend both of those highly. Really great knives. Now, I think the star of the show is this one. And this is a bit of a surprise. Now, I bought this because it was advertised as having a 7-inch spine. Now, 7 inch, sorry, 7 millimeters. Now, let me just zero this to be sure. This most definitely ain't 7. It's 5. Okay. Oops. Let me just get that properly for you. 5, 4.7, 5. So it's, yeah, it's basically a 5 mil blade. Now, the reason why it appealed as a 7 or a 5 mil blade is because if you've just got one small blade as a kind of survival blade, and this is really small, the length of it is literally 15 centimeters long. The blade itself is 8 centimeters long. It's a small, very pocketable knife, but you can bat on the hell out of this because with that sort of thickness, you can just wail on it. Now, it's not the longest of blades. You're going to have to, go in both sides and get creative. But we're talking survival situation and EDC kind of thing. I deliberately chose the orange scales because I like the visibility. But again, it has some Torx screws in there, and it can be modified. You can put a custom one on, do what you like. It's just a really simple, bloody sharp knife. This thing is really, it's got a naughty blade on it. It's very, very, this is the sharpest thing that I have. Um, that's a proper razor sharp sub 100 factory razor V cut or grind or whatever. Now, I've been wearing this around the workshop today, and I've been loving it. It's fantastic. This clip is actually brilliant. I've been wearing it on a pair of kind of cargo trousers, combats, that don't have a belt through it. So I've just been clipping this on it, and it's been really secure. In fact, hard to get off. That double backing does all the job. So again, just as a workshop knife, absolutely fantastic. Now this cost about 10 or 11 quid, so really not an expensive item. I love this. I don't know why I love it so much, because it's not usually a sort of size that I would find useful, but it's been brilliant in the workshop today. Absolutely brilliant. I think I'd probably buy another one. Use one for keep one in my camping bag and one to keep in the workshop here. So I'll put the links for these down below, but this is a real winner, I think. Really do. Be aware that from reading the reviews, there have been some quality control issues with getting kind of uneven blade grinds. And this is slightly off. Can you see that there? It's higher on the left than it is the right. But what do you want? It's 10 quid. I mean, I'm not complaining at all. That's brilliant for 10 quid. So, in summary, the small knives, about 10 quid, about 4 quid, about 4 quid, and then the copy of the Tops Brakimo, which was 20 quid. A really decent haul from AliExpress. I'm actually delighted. None of these are a disappointment, and really good money well spent. So if you're looking for some bits and pieces to add to your collection, I think I'd recommend all of these. They seem fantastic. Really great knives. And I actually can't wait to take this thing out into the woods and use it for real. Hope you're having a great one, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers, guys. Bye.